What's up, guys? What's happening? So it's been a while since I made a video. A couple reasons. Actually, not even get into that first. Let's do an update where I am. Life Myers, you guys obviously, I'm assuming, know that. That's a car alarm. I am tracking my progress through basic training and OCS. I have completed basic training and now I am at OCS. We're here, we made it. It's been an interesting experience so far. So now let's get back to the videos. So haven't been making a lot of videos. Who would have guessed it? OCS, you're pretty busy, you're always doing stuff, and you get like little personal time. As well as the first 3 weeks I was here, they're very strict about phone use within the barracks. So I waited until until we had a day pass. Excuse me, I just ate. And where I could kind of record inside my room. So let's just jump right to it. So I graduated basic training January 17th, and I got to Fort Benning, Georgia, in the HHC company January 18th, the next day, and stayed there for 4 or 5 days. HHC at a holdover headquarters company at OCS, really cool, really chill. A lot of people there to help you out, tell you what you need to know about OCS. So it was really cool. I really liked it. So the first thing, let's talk about the first thing you're gonna do here at OCS is they're gonna give you a packing list. These are all the things you need while you're at OCS. So this packing list, it has things from like your patches, your OCS patches, more name tapes, extra uniforms, PT belts, boots, whistles, land nav equipment, all sorts of stuff. Like it was a long list. It was also a pretty expensive list. I think my total was a little bit higher than everybody else because I kind of did pick. I probably could have gone with some cheaper options here and there, but I chose not to because I'm kind of that way. And so I think I spent around $1,400 on my packing list. So if you're straight out of basic, a month's worth of pay I would keep to the side for just your OCS packing list. Another thing though is you don't need to open everything. So I bought 2 extra sets of OCPs, ASUs, OCP pattern. And I haven't opened them. They're still in the bag. Their receipt's still in the bag, and I plan on returning them. I don't know though. Maybe by the time, because one of the pair of ASUs I'm wearing right now, it's ripped right at my knee. It has a little small tear. So I don't know, but I still have the intent to return them. So that's that. So packing list. Just keep in mind when you do that. So let's actually get into OCS. So yeah, you're at HHC, they give you the packing list. You got to buy all these things. You got to have everything by the time your company is ready for pickup. We were there Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and we got picked up Tuesday. We started off Tuesday at 4 a.m. PT test. We did a PT test, and remember, you're competing against everybody that's trying to get into OCS. So our class had only a limit of 165, and there's probably almost 170 some people. So you knew that not everybody was going to make it into the class. So side note though, here's something that I ended up finding out kind of close towards the end of basic. If you are National Guard or you are reserves, you kind of play in your own game at OCS. So you already have a guaranteed spot in the class. As long as you just pass your PT test. So you're not competing with anybody. You're the active folks, they're competing for the slots. But if you're in the guard or you're in the reserves, your unit has, or your state has already paid for you to be here, right? So you don't got to worry about that. But anyway, yeah, PT test, I passed my PT test, did not do high. I got a 265, and if you're thinking about OCS, man, 265 is on the very, very low end. I just about came dead last. I'm over exaggerating, but a lot. I'll just say probably a little less than a quarter of a class maxed out the PT, And if people weren't maxing it out, they were in the high 290s. And then after that, they were in the low 290s. So keep that in mind. I wish I would have known it was that competitive in PT. I would have ran a little harder, because that's what always gets me, is usually the run. Side note again, it's true when they say you run everywhere at OCS. The first week here, we doggone ran everywhere and anywhere. Anywhere we were going, we were running. In formation, out of formation, you were running. So first couple weeks, we put a lot of miles under our shoes. But yeah, so Tuesday, we did our PT test. You did it, and then they kind of had you have all your bags ready to go, kind of set up in a certain way where if you classed up, because that's what it's called, and you get picked up by Charlie, you can just grab your bags and move it to where your room would be for inspection and stuff, so they could look at your things. We went to Net Hall, and it was pretty it definitely like had my anxiety going. I mean, I was in the guard, and I already knew I had my seat, and I was still worried that they weren't gonna call my name. So they sit there with a list, and they kind of put everyone's PT score, and by alphabetical order, and they start calling you off. And then at some point, they just stop calling names, and whoever's left in that room, if they didn't call your name, you're not classing up with that company. You'll still be at OCS, but you're just gonna have to wait until the next company picks up, which is about a month or so. So yeah, that was that. And then so we got picked up by Tuesday by Charlie Rock, and it's been pretty good so far. That first week was pretty intense. They threw a lot of information at you, just all sorts of things on how to conduct yourself. This is OCS, future lieutenants, and we all know this stuff, right? We already know like what to expect, but then they reiterate it. Sorry, can't speak today, I guess. So, but yeah, so that was like about the first week. Probably missing a bunch of details, because I wanted to initially like make a video like once a week, or like once to a week, so I'm not like missing a bunch of stuff. But like I said at the beginning, I couldn't really make that many videos as I wanted, so this is why these videos are this way. But yeah, no problem. So right off the jump, the first day, they assign student leadership. Now this is a student-led course, so the cadre are just kind of observing as you are just moving along. Like the captain, the cadre, they give the student first sergeant and the student company commander the list for like the week, the schedule for the week, and you gotta plan it. The student first and company commander, they're planning when to get there, the lunch chows, dinner chow, breakfast, all chows, PT, all this and that. I mean, the cadre, of course, they intervene when needed, and if they have like new information, they'll obviously, oh, hold on, we're not doing this anymore, we're doing this now. But yeah, it's very heavily student oriented. And so there were first sergeant was assigned, first sergeants were assigned, platoon sergeants were assigned, squad leaders were assigned, team leaders. I was a team leader like the first 2 weeks. They assigned like all the student leadership positions, just about all of them were all given to prior service people. And it was a good idea, because you weren't going to give someone maybe like me or fresh out of basic like a first sergeant position when he's never really had any leadership. Maybe at basic he was like PG, but so I thought that was a good idea, and you got to observe and learn, and kind of maybe if they made any mistakes, you were like, okay, that's definitely what I'm not gonna do. If they did anything good, which a lot of them did do, you'd be like, all right, that's what I am gonna do. So that's student leadership. Currently we're in week 5, and we're about to start week 5, and I'm a squad leader, so this is a graded position. Check it out. One second, boys and girls. See that? You like that? Little staff sergeant accent. So, yeah. So I'm a squad leader. I've assigned my 2 team leaders. When you do that stuff, you gotta write full-on counseling. So here's the counseling. I mean, you guys obviously can't see it, but I was a counseling for one of my team leaders. I'm lucky. I'm in a really good platoon, and I think I'm in the best squad in that platoon, best platoon in the company. But any of my friends that are in this company are going to watch it, they're either going to hate on me or say, that's not true, we're the best. But regardless, so yeah, so we kick off. That was about the first week. Student leadership, you get thrown right into the classroom. I mean, obviously you have all these briefs by your cadre, and then Colonel Chitty, the colonel of OCS. He spoke with us. Very intense guy, very motivated guy. I love the sergeant major. He's a real cool guy, real smart guy, real motivated, dedicated. We met him too. So that was the first week. So the first week, you're running around the first few days with your OCS patch and your OCS insignia on your hat, but you don't have an ascot. So the first ascot you get is this black ascot, which represents you being in the basic phase of OCS. Now you don't get to wear that until like the 3rd or 4th day into OCS, because the first day you guys have like a 3 or 4 mile run. That day you have a 3 or 4 mile run, and you got to complete the run to be able to class up. And once you class up, you can put that ascot on. It wasn't a bad run. It's anybody, you guys can do it. You come through here, you just don't quit, you just keep running, you can do it. So that was about the first week. PT every morning, PT, a lot of running in here. Especially we have our cadre. He's a ranger. That man loves to run. We'll go on a company run, and like we're ready to get dressed and go up and shower. He'll come sneak right behind us and be like, "Nope, don't even try to put it on. We're going on a run. Like, we just ran." I know. Well, we're going on another run. Yes, sir. And we'll just go. We'll follow him. So that was the first week into the second week. Second week, a lot of tests. Like, we had probably like 5 tests in that second week. Take notes. Make sure you're using flashcards. Whatever you need to do to help you study. Flashcards, I think, here are the best way to study. Most of the instructors were really good. Just take notes. Pay attention in class. Don't sleep. You wanna exceed the standard. That's what this is for here, right? You want to be a leader. You want to set the example. You want to lead with excellence. So you want to exceed the standard, right? So just keep that in mind. I know I'm talking like really fast. It's because like I've done so much, and I don't want this video to be super long and like kind of have people not watch it. But you're just gonna have to bear with me. And then when I can make like shorter videos and I don't have a lot of information to go through, I can, I guess, like kind of touch on things slower. What else here? Yeah, so we went to CIF. I hate CIF so much. But we went to CIF. We got all our gear issued, rucksack, sleeping mat, CIF gear for rucking and stuff. We already have 2. You're gonna do 4 rucks at OCS. You're gonna do a 3, a 6, a 9, and a 12. We already done the 3 and the 6, so we have the 2 bigger ones left. And our 9 miler is Friday. Today is Sunday. All right. So that was like the second into the third week, or the first into the second week. The third week, the beginning of the third week was land nav. Boy, land nav is no joke. Like, I was stressed out for land nav. It was crazy. Like, I didn't think land nav was that early on at OCS. Like, I thought like land nav was gonna be like week 6, week 7. No, like at the end of week 2, Friday, they were giving us a brief class on land nav. And then that Monday we went out to Red Diamond. All right. Another reason I was speeding up a lot is, depending on like viewers and what they want, maybe I'll make another separate video for land nav, which I really would like to do, because like I really want to like provide good information, and not really like tips, because there's no like tips or secrets I can give you on what to do through land nav, but just like maybe some things that help me that might help you, which I guess are tips. But yeah, so I'll just keep it kind of short and brief. You're at land nav Monday through Friday. You're there 5 days. And just a heads up for all the people that are coming through basic, field at OCS is not like the field at basic. Like, field at OCS is great. Like, I did not like the field before OCS. Like, I came here, I love the field. It's like fun. I mean, you smell and you get dirty, but it's fun. Like, you're doing like actual army stuff. And if you like that, you'll love it even more. Like, you don't even gotta like that and you'll still like it. But and you get to wear dope shades if you have them. All black though. But so we get out there Monday and we have a practice. They give us practice, 2 practice trials, Monday and Tuesday. Or actually, Monday we didn't land that. Monday we worked on our pace count, which, if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's essentially how many paces it takes you to walk 100 meters. Again, I would really like to talk about this slowly and in depth about like this and that, but I'm just, again, if you guys feel like you would like a video strictly for land nav, please, like, let me just get a comment, just literally one person say you guys want it, and I'll make a video about it because I really want to anyway. But anyway, yeah, so Monday we did pace count. Tuesday we had 2 trial runs for land nav. Wednesday same thing. Thursday we tested. It's a pretty big course. You're walking a lot, like, especially on the practice trial. Like, they give you 4 hours. You gotta like take out 2 hours just getting to your first point and back. Like, it takes you an hour to get there, an hour to get back. Like, it's far. And you know, so you're like navigating through the woods. You got your compass out. You're doing terrain association. You're hearing all sorts of noises. It's dark. You can't see, and you're like hitting thorn bushes and falling and tripping, or at least I was, man. Oh my goodness, like, it was crazy. Like, you get to your first point, you're looking around, you're like, man, I know I plotted it right, I know I did my pace count right, but you can't find your point, so you start stressing out. You're like, man, am I gonna fail? Am I gonna get recycled, man? I don't want to leave my company. That's what I was thinking. I know a lot of people tell me they were thinking the same way. Like you know, you plot your points, you do your pace count, you get there, you're like, okay, my point should be exactly here. Well, it's not. It's like it's in this general area. So you start kind of freaking out and looking here, looking there. Some of the signs are like tilted over, or some of the signs are not even there. Like, the sign is on the ground. So you got to really be extremely observant of your environment. Like, and you know, trial runs, those practice runs, actually use them. Like, because I notice a lot of people, like, they would like, so you're gonna work by yourself, right? But a lot of people would kind of like need help. So like, I know you weren't allowed to, but a lot of people would kind of like be like, hey, what's this, what's that? And that's okay, I guess, because like, if you truly don't understand, well, you should probably talk to your cadre and let them explain it to you. But if you also need more help, and because like, we have a few guys in our company that are tabbed, like they have ranger tabs, and other guys that have been platoon sergeants, so they know what they're doing. So utilizing those resources as well are very critical. But like, actually go there and try to find your own point. And if you make a mistake, that's fine, you're practicing, right? So be like, oh man, because my first day, I done overshot my first point by a whole a kilometer. Like, my point was here, I walked a whole nother click before I just stopped, and I was like, okay, like, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be walking this much. By the time I did my terrain association, and like, I was like, where am I? And I was able to find another road, and kind of like, I found out I was so far, I ended up having to run all the way back. And I ended up finding 4 out of 5 points that day. But yeah, so fast forward through land nav, let's get this ball rolling again. Tuesday, Wednesday, practice trial. I was able to pass my first day, thank God, but I only found 4 of my 5 points. I looked for that 5th point everywhere. Like, I bashed my shin so hard against a tree looking for it. And I looked for it 3 different times. Like, I went for it my first time, couldn't find it, ditched it. Again, I'll tell you why you want to do these things, and if I make another video. Found my second point, my third point. By this time, the sun has come up because you start in the dark. I went back with the sun up, looked for it again, couldn't find it. So now I'm like, damn, I really got to make sure I find my next 2 points. Found my third point, went back, found my 4th point. Now I got 4 points. Went back again and looked for it, and I could not find it. A lot of people, like, after the test was over, we talked, and they said they didn't find the point. But then I talked to also a couple of guys, they said they did find it. Like, they said it was off, but no big deal. Yeah, so that was land nav. We didn't have a lot of recycles. Like the first day, 50 people failed the test. Like, we lost like a third of the company, right? But on the retest, we only had like 8 or 9 people fail. So it was we had pretty good stats. That was that. So that's about land nav. Land nav is a big part of OCS, so I know, like, if anything, I should have probably give it more time in this video. But again, I already kind of explained why this video is the way it is. The last thing is what's next. So right now we have 1 more week. We have a couple tests this week, and then after that we go into field sticks, right? Squad sticks, where we do a lot of like op boards and stuff like that, and it's really cool. I'm really excited for it. We do a lot of terrain terrain models on the ground and carry out mission. I was assigned the 249. It's kind of heavy, but it's not as heavy as a 2 Bravo. But if you got a 2 Bravo, you got a sling. So that's my argument, that the 249 is still the heaviest weapon to carry, because you got to actually carry it. You don't got a sling. But that's that. I hope everybody's doing great. Again, now that I can take some videos in my room, I definitely will. I'm gonna bring a couple more guys or gals or whatever from like my platoon or company, and kind of like do like a little like question, like, hey, what did you think was like difficult? What did you think this was easy? So get more from my perspective. But I do want to show you guys something cool. So remember, so this is my basic ascot, right? That's for basic phase. Now, we should have been out of these last week, but they haven't classed as such, so that's not good. And then for intermediate phase, you get the blue ascot, big blue. And then for senior phase, and I can't wait to put this on, you get the white one. So right now we're in the black phase. We should be classing up to blue soon enough. But that's where we are on the schedule. OCS is fun. I love it. I want to do a shout out to like all the other people that are on YouTube that have like made videos like this. Like Kid Thunder is definitely like the guy that comes to mind first. I'm pretty sure anyone who's watching this video has probably watched his video, and really anyone else that's made these videos, because those videos have helped me personally so much with information and stuff like that. Okay, this video is getting kind of long, so shout out to everybody that have made those videos, shout out to anybody that watches these videos, and shout out to anybody that's in the Army or military service or anything like that. You guys are great. Keep it going. Stay motivated. This is a great route to pursue. I urge and encourage anybody that if you have the option to pursue OCS, do it. I think you'll love it. I think it's great for you. You're learning a lot here, and so yeah. That's about it. Felt like I had a good ending, but I kind of ruined it right there. Alright guys, take it easy.